new details tonight on the Japanese Prime Minister's visit here to D.C. and the White House today. He and President Biden are looking to strengthen the American-Japanese alliance, as the two allies have growing concerns about stability in the Pacific region. Two leaders today announcing plans to upgrade military cooperation and economic ties. But there is some disagreement between the leaders. President Biden opposes a planned sale of Pittsburgh-based U.S. Steel to a Japanese company, while the Japanese Prime Minister supports it.
I stand by my commitment to American workers.
Investment from Japan to the U.S. can only increase upwards in the months and years to come, and we wish to cement this win-win relationship.
Well, the two also announced a space exploration partnership with two Japanese astronauts planning to join NASA's Artemis moon program. Japan also plans to contribute a moon rover developed by Toyota. And during his visit today, the Japanese Prime Minister announced a gift of cherry trees to the U.S. DC News Now's Tosin Fakile here with those details. And Tosin, we're talking a lot of trees.
250 cherry trees, Chris, to be exact. This is really good news, and the announcement of the incoming cherry trees is perfect timing, as hundreds of trees are getting chopped down this summer around the Tidal Basin. The 250 cherry trees are expected to help replace the almost 140 cherry trees that will be removed around the Tidal Basin. The trees are going away because crews are working to fix the crumbling seawall around the Tidal Basin. In the early 1900s, about 3,000 Yoshino cherry trees were gifted to the United States by Japan as a symbol of the friendship between both nations. Senior officials say when the Japanese learned that some of the trees would be lost to the construction work, they immediately offered to provide saplings when the time was right.
They'll be planted at the Tidal Basin, not far from the Martin Luther King Memorial. And like our friendship, these trees are timeless, inspiring, and thriving.
Now, funding to note, two trees planted in 1912 by First Lady Taft and the wife of Japanese ambassador to the U.S., Chinda, and a handful of other trees are still standing 111 years later. Now, I'm sure many people are excited at the news that more cherry trees are coming to D.C., especially when those trees fully bloom to these beautiful cherry blossoms. President Biden said the gift of the 250 cherry trees is meant to mark the 250th anniversary of the United States. That anniversary in 2026. Back to you, Chris.
All right.